Dear friends, today I will introduce an alternate idea of recognition, which you can accomplish by publication of your work in recognized journal or other recognized media. Publication in a recognized media or recognized journal is very interesting, fascinating, evaluating, rewarding, as well as challenging. Let's get started with this fascinating. My name is Dr. Mohammad Shahidul Islam. I work for Atlantic International University as an academic advisor since 2013. Since then, I have supervised more than 500 students in different disciplines at Atlantic International University in fulfilling their academic dreams. We have started our publication initiative and publication help to our students and alumni in August 2024. Since then, we are pleased to help almost 58 students to get their work published in different recognized media and recognized journal. And 10 more papers are at the last stage of publication. So I am happy to announce we have helped more than 70 students in getting published their work in different recognized media and recognized journal in the form of journal articles and in the form of complete electronic books. Atlantic International University has educational direction to accommodate UNESCO 2030 goal for sustainable development in its educational activity. Your intended research publication is in line with UNESCO 2030 goal number 4, that is quality education. Your publication in a good journal will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunity for all because it will give you recognition and will help your fellow researcher in acquiring quality education as a reference. Today's talk will be but not limited to the following topics. First, we will talk about your publication journally. Then it will be followed by what is journal publication. Then we will talk about why journal publication. Then we will focus about journal publication of your research work. After that, we will focus on how we can support you in organizing your journal article. Then we will talk about how to write an article in scholarly format for journal publication. This is very important. Please pay special attention to this section. Then we will talk about book publication. Then we will discuss about patent accomplishment. Then we will talk about Atlantic International University publication aid to its student. Then we will review two published journal article to go through the detailed content. Then we will open the floor to our participants to put me question. I will be happy to address few questions. And finally, we will conclude with some concluding remarks. Dear fellow friends, today I will introduce an alternate idea of your research work, that is publish your research accomplishment in a journal. Many fellow students are afraid to publish their work in a journal. They think it is very tricky, but in reality it is not that much tricky at all. Many of you may have written letter to your partner or friend. There sometimes you describe a story. Similarly, a journal article is like a living story. There you describe accomplishment of your research work from beginning to end in a structured way in scholarly format. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about what is journal publication. A journal is a collection of articles and is published periodically throughout the year. A journal publication is a scholarly publication containing articles written by researchers, professors, and other experts. Journals focus on a specific discipline or field of study. Unlike newspaper and magazines, journals are intended for an academic or technical audience, not for general readers. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about why journal publication. Most journal publications are peer-reviewed publication. It means your journal article has been reviewed and ratified by experts in your subject area before publication. Once this is done, your journal article constitutes authentication to be accepted by scholars worldwide. Journal publication is important in both engaging in professional communication and advancing scientific knowledge and improving human life. Publishing article in a journal can give your work visibility among other researchers in your field outside of your immediate circle of contact and colleagues. Journal publication can make your work more discoverable as they are already being read by circles of interested readers. Your published journal article constitutes solid basis to be referred by future fellow researchers as well as by yourself. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about journal publication of your research work. Before journal publication, you need to compile and write up your research work compatible to a standard journal format. Before doing that, it is good to answer few relevant questions like, are you interested in publishing your work? Are you organized to do this? Do you have experience in reviewing journal in the area of your interest? Can you write your final thesis in research format? Do you want international recognition or acclaim for your research work? Do you want your research work to be referred by fellow researchers? Do you want worldwide acceptance of your research? Do you want increase? Do you want to increase weight of your CV by incorporating your research outcome? Do you want to be a competent candidate in finding a job in the area of your interest? Do you want to be a qualified researcher? Do you want to create an impact in your area of interest? If answered to some of these questions are yes, yes, you are a qualified researcher to publish your work in a journal. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about how we can support you in organizing a journal article. Writing a journal article is very interesting. Uh, First, you have to be specific format. For this, review several journal articles in your subject area to understand the suitable format. Ensure your article aligns with the chosen journal's guidelines. And what will be the content? Adapt your thesis content to fit the journal article format. Focus on most significant findings and contribution of your research. Pay special attention in results and discussion section because this results and discussion section will act as an antecedent to be accepted in a reported journal. Then you have to submit your work for evaluation and review. For this, submit your article to the chosen journal. The journal's editorial team will evaluate and review your submission. Then you need to be prepared to make any necessary revision based on the feedback you receive. Then, if accepted, you will need to pay article processing cost directly to the journal. This cost can vary from 50 US dollar up to maybe 4,500 or even 5,000 US dollar, depending on the journal. This article processing cost is standard practice in academic publishing and is not requirement by AIU. It is solely managed by the journal. Then once accepted, your article will be available online. Then use your published article as a reference in your CV and highlight it in your list of accomplishment. Our team at Atlantic International University is here to assist you throughout this process. We can help you organize your manuscript and submit it to the right journal for acceptance and publication. Are you ready for it? Let's get started. Now let's talk about how to write article in a scholarly format for journal publication. This is very important section. Please pay special attention to this section. Writing a journal article can seem daunting, but with right structure and guidance, it becomes a manageable and rewarding task. Here is a step-by-step format to help you structure your journal article. Follow this blueprint to ensure your paper meets the standard of academic journal. Journal format varies from journal to journal. So to be specific, you need to review the journal's instruction to the author or how to write article format and review the instruction to the author or how to write article in scholarly format by browsing the specific journal, then organize your own manuscript according to the format. But today I will introduce a general format that is acceptable in many journals, even though uh, journal format varies from journal to journal. But if you follow this format that I am going to present you, you may need to change a little bit to get fitted with the journal format. First, you have to craft a clear and concise title that reflects the essence of uh, an integral notion of your research. So first, you need to craft a clear and concise title that reflects the essence and integral notion of your research. Then authors' names and affiliation, list all authors involved in the research, including their institutional affiliations. Then you need to write abstract, provide a brief summary of your research, including the purpose, methodology, and key findings. This section needs to be between 150 to 300 in total, not more. Then you need to write 5 keywords. Identify 5 key terms that are central to your research. By tagging these keywords, a finder can find your article online. Then you need to write down the introduction, introduce your research topics, its significance and objective of your study. Cite at least 10 to 20 references in support of your scholarly argument in introduction section, which constitute relevance of your work. Don't forget to write the aim and purpose of your research at the end of introduction section. Then you need to write down the problem description, describe the problem your research addresses. This section needs to be between 50 to 150 words. Then you need to write down the research objective. Clearly state the objective and goals of your research. Write down 3 to 5 points. Each point should not be more than 15 words long. Then you need to write the materials and method. Describe the materials and methods used in your research to ensure reproducibility. Methods need to be referred by appropriate references to establish the relevance of your work. Then you need to write down the theoretical background. Describe the theoretical framework and existing literature related to your research. And that you need to write results and discussion section. Present your findings and discuss their implication in the context of your research question and objective. Use graphical presentation of your results and discuss with logical interpretation. This results and discussion section is actually the heart of your manuscript. The more nicely and logically you will write up results and discussion section, there will be more chance to get your word accepted in a reputed journal. In conclusion, summarize your key findings and their significance and suggest potential direction for future research. Then you need to write down acknowledgement, acknowledge individuals or organizations that support your research. Then you need to write down the symbols. If applicable, provide a list of symbols used in your research. Then you need to write down the references. Include all references cited in your research paper, and formatting guideline is like this. Use a 10 to 20, 12 point font size, single space text, aim for a length of 8 to 12 pages. Approximately 3,500 to 5,000 word in total for a standard scholarly article. Then here are a few suggestions where you can submit your work, evaluation and review. Uh, but it depends totally up to you where you are going to submit your work for review. There are thousands of journals available online, and a few of those journals require very high quality manuscript. You are not. And to be specific, choose 1, 2, or 3 journal, review few sample article, and then you fix a journal where you want to submit your work. Then write up your manuscript according to for evaluation and review. So these are few recommendations, but not mandatory. First, I have written down the Elsevier. This is very, very high quality, top ranked impacted journals, and they need really, really high quality manuscript to get accepted. So I have inserted few links. At the end of today's presentation, I will post these PowerPoint presentation slides and journal article that I am going to show you afterwards. In chat option, you can download those two resources, and by reviewing those resource material, you will get ample knowledge to write up a manuscript by yourself. So LCBR is an option where you can submit your work for evaluation and review. Then Springer, this is also a very high impactful journal. It is also require very high quality manuscript to get accepted. Then we have collaboration with few journals. For example, Current Trend in Engineering Sciences and Scholar Publishing. Scholarly Publishing have different journals like European Journal of Applied Sciences, Academic Journals of Scientific Research. This is different journal, Academic Journal of Scientific Research. But this journal review process is very slow. They need at least 6 months to get their work published in Academic Journal of Scientific Research. Then Scholar Publishing have some other journals, for example, Archive of Business Research, Advanced in Social Science and Research Journal, then British Journal of Healthcare and Medical Research, then Transaction of Engineering and Computer Sciences, Discoveries in Architecture and Food Sciences, American International Journal of Humanities and Social Science. So we have collaboration with few journals like Current Trend in Engineering Sciences and Scholar Publishing. Scholar Publishing have few journals for different disciplines. For example, science, social science, business administration. And those journals with whom we have collaboration, we get discounted price for our students. Usually they charge almost 175 pounds sterling, but our student enjoys 70% discount in article because Scholar Publishing charge only 50 pounds sterling from our student work published. Then I also recommend few journals which are listed, not very high impact factor, but the problem is they have very high article posting cost. For example, humanities and social science letters, their article posting cost almost $300 per article. Then International Journal of Innovative Research and Scientific Studies, they publish multidisciplinary articles, but their article posting cost is high, almost $1,275. Then International Advances in Economic Research. This is also a listed journal, but I don't know how much they charge as article posting cost. Then I also recommend other journal like American Research Journal of Humanities and Social Science. This is not listed. They have lower article posting cost of almost $60 they charge. Then I also recommend to review few journals like Applied Science Research Periodicals. They also have 175 pound sterling as article. My student enjoys 70% publishing their work. And if they pay via PayPal or uh, wire transfer, they can publish their work as low as 40 pound sterling. But if they use credit or debit card, they need to pay 49.99 pound sterling to publish their work. Then I also recommend to review few journals like International Journal of Arts and Humanities, International Journal of Education and Human Developments, International Journal of Social Sciences and Business, International Journal of Business Management and Commerce, and so on. Few of our students want to publish their work as a book. This is very good. Those who cannot convert their research work into a specific journal format can think to publish their thesis directly as an electronic. First, you need to organize your book, and like journal article, you need to craft a title that reflect your book content. Then you can write down few words on dedication. Then you can dedicate your book to the sweet memories of your acquaintance and beloved one. Then you need to write forward preface and summary of your book from the author. Then you can include a forwarding letter from the editor or your seniors in part of your books. That can increase the weight of your book a little bit. Then book content is very important. First, you need to write driving force for documentation. Write why you have written up. This could be interesting to the intended readers. Then you need to develop book content from beginning to end. Unlike journal article, book is not stipulated to any pages. There are limit of journal article. Few journal articles recommend to write manuscript 8 to 12 pages, but few journals accept article from maybe 8 to 3 pages. But in case of book, there is no limitation. You can write as many pages, few hundred pages, as long as it is logically valid and scientifically uh, appropriate and scholarly acceptable. Then you need to document the key messages of your book to the intended readers. This can be interesting. Then you need to write up the book conclusion. Inlay direct publishing from Amazon and Lambert Academic Publishing do not cost anything. You can publish your book as a free cost there. Then scholarly publishing, publish ebook as low as 150 pound sterling. I have collaboration with Scholar Publishing. Their actual ebook price is 250 pound sterling, but my student enjoy discounted price from them. So I have published a few books with them, and my student was able to publish their book at as low as 150 pound sterling. Then it is possible to publish your thesis like a journal article up to 30 printed pages long at 50 pound sterling. So if your thesis is up to printed pages, you can publish your thesis as like journal article to scholarly publishing as low as only 50 pound sterling. So we are helping our student in every dimension to get their work published. Then few students want to accomplish the patent. This is very important. Then a step in patent application process are like first step, you need to include invention, understand and disclosure. Understand and disclose what you have invented. Then step 2 is patentability. Search a format of patented article for your own review. Then step 3 is filing an application for a patent. Browse uh, your chosen patent authority and fill up the application. Then you need to accomplish the patent drafting, draft your own patent text. Then you need to fill the patent application, file your patent application to the chosen patent authority platform. Then you need to request for examination. This is very important. You have to request to examine your claimed patent Then you need to be prepared for responding to observation. Be prepared to answer the observation. If you cannot answer the observation logically, they will not accept your patent application. Then grant of patent, if granted, you can enjoy the patentability right and can get royalty as admissible from the beneficiary or uh, customer within the covered area. US patent can cost more than 30,000 and European patent can cost more than 6,100 euro. If you can get a patent application accepted, Atlantic International University will be happy to subsidize part of patent cost associated granting process. So if you can get a patent application accepted, Atlantic International University can subsidize part of the patent cost associated with the patent accomplishment. Then Atlantic International University aid to its student, we provide editorial help and financial help. Editorial help include motivation, information. For example, we discuss the need, benefit, and quality assurance associated with education process. Then we help organization and write up your manuscript. Then we help proofing right publisher to publish your work. Then we provide submission help, acceptance help. And financial help, Atlantic International University credit article processing cost from the tuition fee for the first standard and recognized published article per student. So effectively, publication does not cost anything to Atlantic International University student for the first standard and recognized published article per student. So for your very first published article, you can get article processing cost uh, credit from your tuition fees. Of course, we recommend to publish as many articles as you can, but from the second to the upwards, those costs will be borne by you. But for your very first published article, Atlantic International University will credit article processing cost from your tuition fees. This implies publication for your first article does not cost anything to you as long as you are a student at Atlantic International University. Then, before conclusion, I would like to go to published article to go through the detailed content. Here, two article was published under the same DOI. First, you need to craft a title. That therefore we have two article in the single DOI. Our uh, article was like this: sustainable treatment of emerging organic pollutants, endocrine disruptor chemicals from water and wastewater, and role of Atlantic International University online-based distance learning education system to achieve UNESCO 2030 goal towards sustainable development. After that, you need to write the author's names and the affiliations. Simply write down who you are, what is your name, and write your institutional affiliation. If you are still a student at Atlantic International University, you can write the school studying, then name of the university, then address of the university, and you can write your email address for communication purposes. Many of my students cannot write properly the author's name and affiliation. I don't know why it is, because it is very simple. Write your name and underneath your name, write your institutional affiliation, and that's it. Then you need to write the abstract. Always begin writing abstract with some interesting sentences to attract the attention of your readers. For example, here we have written for this article, Complete mineralization of emerging organic pollutant, including endocrine disruption chemicals, is one of the challenges towards sustainable management practice of water and wastewater treatment systems. Then start continuing writing abstract and writing abstract with some interesting sentences. For example, results you obtain in your research article. For example, here we have written results obtained in work will help water treatment industries to develop sustainable ozonolysis technique to treat endocrine disruptor chemicals as possible. Then you need to write the keywords right at these 5 key terms associated with your study. Then write the introduction. Again, start writing introduction by introducing some interesting sentences to attract the attention of your readers. And in introduction section, cite at least 10 to 20 references in support of your scholarly argument to establish the basis of your study. Here we have written many references in support of our scholarly argument. Then end introduction section by inserting aim and purpose of the study. For example, here we have written in aim of this study is to optimize process variable, including sparger size to reduce right load of ozone for emerging organic pollutant as well as endocrine disruptor mineralization. Then we have written what was the purpose. Purpose is to deduce flexible, reliable, and effective treatment method by incorporating this technique. Then you need to write up the problem description, describe the problem you face in your study. Then you need to write up objective of your study. Write at least 3 to 5 points. Each point should not be more than 15 words long as a rough instruction. Then you need to write up the materials and methods. Include few references in support of your materials and methods to establish the basis of your work. Then you need to write up the results and discussion section. Divide results and discussion section in different paragraphs with and heading associated with that paragraph, and use tabular and graphical presentation with logical interpretation to establish the basis of your study. Here we have inserted graphical presentation to establish the basis of our study. Then you need to write up the conclusion. Again, start writing conclusion with some interesting sentences to attract the attention of your readers, and start end up writing conclusion by inserting the future direction of your work. Like the first article, second article also contain the same content. For example, headings, then abstract, keywords, introduction, problem description, objectives, methods, results and discussion, then conclusion and references. If you have symbols, you need to write the symbols, and if you have the acknowledgement, you need to write that acknowledgement in your manuscript. This is how a published journal articles looks like. Now I will open, I will open the floor to our participants to put the questions. Now you have option to put me question. Please raise your hand if you have any question. Please raise your hand if you have any question.
I did see a hand raised a while ago, and now it's not there.
Okay.
The student may be gone. There's Timothy. We have a question from Timothy.
Timothy, okay. Mr. Timothy. Yeah. Please unmute your microphone. Mr. Timothy. Mr. Timothy, please unmute your microphone.
I'm clicking on the Ask to Unmute button. Do you see
Yeah.
something on your screen to actually unmute your microphone?
Yes, I have clicked there. The student should respond.
Okay.
Yes,
There we
Okay.
go.
now, yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you, Mr. Timothy, today?
I am good. Well done, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
we are fine.
Okay.
What is your question, sir?
Okay. In the course of your teaching, you talked about being a qualified researcher. Does
Mhm.
it mean one has to belong to a certain professional body? And if yes, where is that? Is it in the institution or we have professional bodies all around at different places? I'm actually in Nigeria.
Yes, you can publish your work, then you can achieve the norm of a qualified researcher. And after publication, you can register with few databases. For example, Google Scholar, then ResearchGate, and then you can post your articles to increase the visibility of your work. And the minimum criteria to get registered in Google Scholar or ResearchGate is you